Monday. Coronavirus has officially hit New York.
Oh, okay. Are we really starting? Let's do it.
Oh, no, I'm just
No,
talking
let's
shit.
go there. Let's do it.
You want to take it there?
Yeah, let's
I'm
take it
afraid.
there.
I'm afraid.
No, you're not.
I am afraid.
Tell us when you're starting, Sarah. She already
Please.
started.
No, I didn't.
No, she did.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Or just Sarah?
Yeah, Sarah. And you can leave all of this in, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, welcome to Life in Spanglish.
So
Hey, we're
awkward.
just not polished like that. You got to give people the real deal.
I need one of those things.
Yes.
That
That
See,
is.
we don't have it, so there you go.
We do not. Welcome to this week's edition of Life in Spanglish, where everybody is losing their minds over the coronavirus, Honey German included.
I am scared.
Are
Carolina.
you really? No. Okay, so we're not going to make light of this. I will tell
I
you
don't want
everything
to.
that I know, but I want to understand why you are feeling the panic.
I don't know. It's like I know influenza, the flu.
Mhm.
People die from more things than that.
Mhm.
I mean, from that more than from the coronavirus. But it just seems like so real. Like
Yeah.
people are actually transporting it all over the world through docks, through airports. We're spreading it. We don't know where it came from. You
Right.
know, the information is not as much as, take a pill and you'll be cured.
Right,
Some
there is
people are
no-
dying from it.
Yeah.
I know it's the elderly. It still scares me. I'm just one of those people. I had my mask. I was wearing it, but then I realized like people were more afraid of me when I had the mask. I'm like, I guess they think I have corona already. So everybody kept moving. So I was
Right.
like, let me chill with the mask.
Yeah.
Not like it protects me anyway.
Yes.
But I've been consuming a lot of information concerning the coronavirus because
Okay,
of
good.
my, I guess, heightened sense of being frightened.
Okay, so I want to know, what kind of information are you consuming? Because you can't be like my mom, viste en Facebook que puso tu prima. And I'm like, no, mom, she is not a verified agency for you to be like getting all of your information from Facebook. Then mi prima that has no idea what she's spreading. So no, what are you hearing? What do you know? And what are you thinking right
I'm
now?
opening every single CNN alert.
Okay.
I'm looking at all of the New York Post
That's
articles.
your first mistake, because I'm going to tell you something. The reason why social media has us up in arms about everything is because it's like everything is breaking news.
It is.
And it's not breaking news. But go ahead.
CNN,
Yeah.
iHeartMedia,
Yeah.
the New York Post.
Yeah.
I love the New York Post. I don't know why. I just do.
I love them. I think
They're
reputable.
they're very clickbaity at times and
Yeah.
gossipy, but they still have some good information. I did go to the CDC website.
Yeah. CDC.gov.
I did a whole articles just to make myself, more, I guess, educated on the
Yeah.
whole corona situation, but a lot of social media.
Yes. Well, that I think is where a lot of people are getting their information. And honestly, the only thing that I've heard that might be helpful to everybody is just that you got to wash your damn hands.
A lot,
I mean,
right?
you just really have to wash your hands, and you've got to do the 20 seconds underneath the nails. I actually cut my boy's
I saw
fingernails
that. It said
last
sing happy
night.
birthday 2 times.
Absolutely.
Okay, you see,
yes.
I'm learning, Carolina.
Yeah. So no, you know what it is? It's more preventative, and you just can't be touching your eyes, your nose, your mouth. Think about how many times a day you like just start digging your finger in your eye and like,
That's a fact.
touching your mouth. Maybe you're eating. By the way, for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, let me just display our intern Ime. Get over here. Ime is a part of the problem. For those of you who are listening to us on our podcast, by the way, thank you. But intern Ime shows up to work wearing a big old mask. I mean, there is just no
I feel more
hiding this.
frightened now
Just
with her wearing this. You
Just say
understand?
hello so people can hear how restrained you are because you're wearing that
Get in here.
mask.
You can hear me perfectly fine.
So no, you know what it is? I think that we've become an alarmist society.
We have.
Okay. And I think that the most important thing that you can do is, yes, be aware of the updates, but also don't get so scared that you stop living your life.
Yeah, I don't really think like that's gonna stop me, especially considering I've been living in New York, taking the subway.
Mhm.
Everybody's always coughing. I sit next to a homeless person if they don't stink too much when my feet hurt.
Right.
So I'm
You're not
really
afraid.
I'm not really
She's
out
not
here like
afraid.
super petrified of the coronavirus, but I'd rather not catch it and I'd
Right.
rather not die from it.
Yeah,
so
you know
I
what?
do want to see what's happening. It is here in New York. We
Yeah.
did get the update this morning, like the first confirmed case is in New York. Someone, I think they
Mhm.
traveled to Iran and
Yeah,
they
she was a
came back.
30-year-old.
And here
Right
we
in her
are. We
30s.
have corona here. So
Yeah.
it was on that plane. It was at that airport. Here we are.
Well, like, I'm just looking forward to like 6 months down the road, just having T-shirts printed that say like, "I survived coronavirus in 2 seasons of Life in Spanglish" or something like that.
That's a
You know,
cute
like,
one.
where
I
we
like
can have like a little bit of fun.
Carolina.
You know?
can I tell you?
What?
I was last night at Applebee's doing 2 for
I was
30.
gonna say, did you get the 2 for 30 though? What
I
is that? The
did.
appetizer, the
It
two,
was one
one app,
appetizer and
two
two
entrees,
entrees.
one dessert.
Yes. But
Okay.
listen,
Why are you
a,
living without
a
me?
Life in Spanglish listener came up to me at
Stop.
Applebee's and I was so taken aback. She was like, "Hi, honey." And I was like, she was like, "I love Life in
Oh my
Spanglish. Thank you so
gosh.
much. You guys do this, and I love it." And now she was like, I said, "Oh, well, this is Noonie and this is Ashley." She was like, "I
Oh
know."
my
She knew
gosh.
exactly
You
who
were
the
with the whole crew
I really
last
was. She was like
night.
the husband and the best friend.
I
And
love
it
it.
felt so good. Her name is Natalia. Thank you
Okay.
for coming up. Thanks for not being shy. She was like, "I was watching you eating dinner."
Shout out to Natalia.
And,
You know what?
and she
People
loves the
always get
show.
shy.
I hate when
Yes.
people get shy. And I gave her a hug.
Yeah.
And it was such a good exchange. And I want everybody, like when they see us, I don't know about Carolina, but when you see me,
No,
I'm
for
not
sure.
frightened. Come up, say hi.
Absolutely
Even if
no.
I'm eating at Applebee's, I really don't care.
I love that. Now, here's the thing. I don't practice what I preach because I say always come up to us, say hello, don't be afraid.
And
But
you
then
don't
if
do it?
I ever saw a celebrity, I would be like, never. I would never go over to them and tell them how much like I would just be too afraid. So
Yeah.
I do understand where you guys
But
are
we're
coming
like your
from.
friend in your head, so we can be your
Exactly.
friends in real
And we're
life.
much more approachable. We don't have security
Yeah.
like Harry Styles over the weekend. My little niece, you know what I wanted to ask you? Who
Talk
was
to
your
me.
first crush? Who was like your first like
Like a
major
celebrity
crush? Yeah, like
crush?
celebrity crush.
Mario Lopez on Saved by the Bell.
Stop it, Slater.
Slater was everything. Those dimples were so deep.
I
And
was
he
more
had
of
like
a Zach
muscles.
Morris fan. I got to be honest with you. You see, I've always had a thing for
Figures.
white boys.
Exactly.
It's a problem.
And me and my Latino.
So my little niece Isabel, she's 18 years old. She's been obsessed with One Direction, Harry Styles, and he had a secret session here in New York City. And you know, it wasn't that I was never a fan. I've always like appreciated him,
Mhm.
but because of her, you know, I wanted to like make it happen that she could see him and meet him. I kept the secret all weekend
Are you
long.
and you brought her?
She had no idea that she was going to
Wow.
meet him.
Onto the Year Award.
We were picking out outfits and she's like, I might wear this. And I was like, I don't know. Like if you are ever like, you're just going to be in the same room as him, Isabel. I said, so
Oh,
don't
so she
even
knew
think.
she was going to see him.
She knew she was going to see
Okay.
the concert, but she didn't know that she was going to meet him. So I said, like, just think, like, you know, you're going to be in the same room with him. Like, what if he catches your eye? Is that what you want to be
She
wearing?
was
She's like,
gassing it,
"No."
okay? She
Yes.
was gassing it.
Gassing the heck out of it. And it was just so beautiful to see, like, her little dream come true that she met him. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
don't realize how lucky they are nowadays because I would have never met Slater.
no way. Not back in the day.
That
Yeah.
was in the ghetto. He was in Hollywood, honey.
Yes, he was like already. That's the thing. It's like back in the day, I don't know who mine were. Obviously, like New Kids on the Block, things
Yeah.
like that. But I never ever had. And the obsession is real. And now because you can follow these people, you follow their careers
Yeah.
and all kinds of stuff. I will tell you though. Sidebar: this Harry Styles guy, he's a star.
Oh, he is.
No,
They
he's
love
like
him.
a superstar.
He's a rock star.
He's got the aura of a rock star. Like he has got it. You
That's
know when
why
they
he's
say,
the
like,
breakout one. I think I know
it
like two of
factor.
them. That's about
Yeah.
it, right?
This dude is it.
Niall, is he
This
one of
dude
them?
is it. Yeah,
Don't judge
Niall,
me.
Niall.
Okay.
Yes, he's
So
a
I
good
know
one.
him, but I definitely know Harry.
Yeah.
Everything about him, his bell bottoms, the poet shirts, the hair.
He's just got like
all of it.
fashion. He dates it girls. He's like in the scene. He's super talented. So anyway, I don't want to turn this into a Harry Styles love fest,
Please
but I
don't.
was super proud that I made it happen. I got my niece in to like meet her crush, the crush
And
of her
that's
life.
important. You know, it's the position that we're in.
Mm.
It leads us to, bring people places, connect them, even if it's just concerts.
Well, I don't do it often though. I will say
Okay.
that. I'm not the type of person that's like, oh, come, you have no.
Yeah.
I very rarely do it because number one, have you heard the saying like you don't want to meet your icon or your favorite celebrity because they'll let
I've
you
heard
down.
that. I've
Yeah.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's happened to me before, and I never want that story to be associated with me. But also, it's just like I don't like calling in favors because you got to do a favor for.
Well,
a
I say
favor.
that all the time. My assistant always asks me to go places or
Yeah.
can you hit somebody up? Can we go here? Can we go there?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I
No.
will owe these people a favor, and I don't want to.
Yeah.
So I don't really call in favors.
You have to deliver after though.
Of
you know.
course
So
you do. They're like, sure, we'll get you this.
yes.
But when I call you, you better be ready.
exactly.
want that.
Which, by the way, sidebar, I think I need an assistant. Honey's got an assistant.
You don't have an assistant?
No, I don't have an assistant. Intern Ime is rolling her eyes.
Yeah,
acting
she
like
done
she's
turned
my
around.
assistant. Girl,
She helps
please,
a
don't
lot,
you-
doesn't
You're
she?
here twice a week.
Oh.
Don't even try it.
She
Maybe
said-
3 times
She said
sometimes.
3.
Actually, she's here 3. I'm just not here those days. Now, let's go to this question because I do want to know, how do you stay organized? A question that I get asked all the time. do I use a planner, like a physical planner? Because
Mhm.
some people are super like new wave. They go into their phones. They're constantly in their calendar.
Okay.
Or do you use a paper planner? What do you use to keep yourself like? Because you have a lot of
I
events
use
and
my
things.
phone.
You
I
do your
need
phone. Okay.
alerts. I need to be able to look at something. I
Mm-hmm.
can't be digging for a book, looking like my grandmother, all in my pocketbook, picking out stuff. I can't. I need to open up that phone, set an alert for 1 hour before, set an alert for one day before. If
Okay.
not, I'll wake up that morning, forget the book exists.
Thinking that you don't have anything else going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But every Monday morning my alarm goes off and it says Life in Spanglish taping. And then I
Yes.
know I have to try a little harder
Oh, stop it.
when it
She looks
comes to
fabulous all the time.
listen, sometimes I don't try. So I know that's happening. I have a reminder,
Yeah.
to pay bills. It pops up on my
Mm-hmm.
pay the cell phone same time each
Mm-hmm.
month. I have it
You
repeat.
don't do auto pay?
No,
No?
I don't care how much money I have. Nobody can take my money without me giving
You
it
want
to
to know
them.
it.
Oh,
Okay.
I need to pay it.
She wants to be
I can
aware.
afford to pay the phone this week. I will
Okay.
pay it. Or the cable. The cable doesn't get paid till it gets cut off. I'm super wild ghetto like that. I don't know
Oh my
why.
gosh.
I
Really?
have to get out of that habit. So
That
the
doesn't
cable
put
is
stress on you?
no.
Like to
I'll be like, oh, the cable's cut off. Time to pay it. But my cable's.
Oh my god, I just snorted. Oh my gosh.
But the
Stop.
cable's the only thing that
It
I'll
would give
do.
me such anxiety to know that I have this cable bill like on the
It'd be like
on the
$600
back of my
too. It'd be
Stop
so
it.
much money.
Why? Oh my gosh, honey
That's
German.
the only bill though. I don't know why. I just hate paying a damn cable.
Well, because it's almost like you don't even use half
I
of
don't.
the
I watch
stations
Fox
that they
5
have.
in the
Yes,
morning and then I
exactly.
watch Netflix all night. So it's like I'm paying these people for something I
We
don't
gotta
even
find
use.
a better way for you,
I got
honey
listen, I need
German.
Sling. I need to cut it off. I heard Sling is amazing.
Yeah.
And I got to switch, bro, because it's like $200 a month for
It is.
cable. I'm not
It's
even going to lie to you.
ridiculous. Well,
Yeah.
I can't get rid of cable because we need it for like internet and all that other stuff. But like
Yeah.
as far as the planners
But the
go,
planner, yeah. No, I don't have a planner.
she does not have a planner.
No.
I have good intentions. Every year in December,
Uh-huh.
I get myself a new planner.
Oh, look
and I'm
at
like,
you.
oh, this is gonna be good.
Have you been doing this since you were a kid?
I just like buying office supplies.
Dear Staples, here she is.
Dear Staples, come and sponsor Life in Spanglish. No, for real. Like I will have the best of intentions,
Mhm.
and then it's like I'll start. But I have too many calendars to coordinate. I have like the home calendar,
I
my
can
calendar,
imagine. The
you
kid
know,
calendar.
like the kid calendar, the play date, all this other stuff. And so by the time I'm done updating the calendar, I am tired. I don't.
And what are
I
you looking
sometimes
at? Some
don't
people open up their
cross-reference.
planners and I see like a mess.
No, and that's the thing. It's like then I had post-it notes on top of the planner to remind me to put things into, and I was like, you know what? This is like a loss of productivity. So now I just wing it.
Wing
And
it?
yeah, I wing it.
No,
I
you got to have the stuff you do.
I swear to
It
you.
has to be written down
I
somewhere.
swear to you, I put maybe like if it's a call-in, like a conference, I will have them
do you
add that to
remember this?
my calendar. I feel like it's a mental exercise, and this is where it gets deep. So because because we have such fleeting attention spans.
Mhm.
There are times on Sunday nights where I'll sit down and I'll think to myself, what do I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? What do the kids have? What's coming up? And I try to write it down, and then I'll check and
Okay.
see like what else I have or what did I miss. But for the most part, it's a really good exercise. You got to exercise that brain, girl. You
I
can't just be
know.
doing
I
them squats. I
try.
know you got a nice little tushy. You got a good little onion back there, but you got to exercise your brain.
I exercise my brain in other ways, Carolina. I
How?
want to use my phone as my reminder. I think maybe because I do a lot of, like, let's say I do like 5 extra events this week and they'll never come back ever again.
Okay.
So it'll be like epic. Go listen to this one artist.
Okay, because
Or
then, but that's fair.
it changes.
Because it changes.
It changes
And
every
then-
single week. My calendar's never really the same.
Right.
Unless it just, Life in Spanglish taping. That's like the only thing that's consistent in my life.
I even tried bullet journaling.
Bullet journaling. What is this?
You guys, it was taking up more of my time. Andrew just snorted. Bullet journaling. I had to look it up on Pinterest, and it was like, you get this journal, and I'm not even kidding. I had like sections. Andrew, I know I am a freaking mess. You have like these different sections, and it's like, what books do you want to read? I'm like, bitch, I don't have time to read any books right
book
now.
journaling. So you're journaling the books that you want to read?
It's literally a journal, and I'm not doing it a service, by the way. For those of you who are bullet journalists, I do not want to offend any of you by saying this, but I just could not get it right. So you have like the things that are happening now. Then you have things that are like projects that you want to complete in the future, movies you want to see, books you want to read, places you want to go. It's almost like a life journal.
Okay.
Andrew, am I saying this right?
This sounds like a vision
Stop it. He
board.
has no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, you decorate it. You get colored
Carolina,
pens,
this
like
sounds like
glitter
a vision board
pens
turned
and
into a journal.
stickers. It takes hours of your life. And my friend was
Mm.
like, "Start bullet journaling. It'll change your life." And I
Oh,
was like, "It is stressing me out. I cannot
it's
get my
stressing
life
me out, and
together."
I'm
Like
not
just the
doing it.
description of it. So, yeah, clearly we're not planner people.
Hmm.
But I think that I would like to become a little bit more organized as far as like my schedule goes, like how you have it, like with the alerts and the reminders and
Oh
things like
yeah,
that.
no, most definitely. I feel like the phone is amazing for that. I have my Outlook calendar synced to my iPhone,
Yeah, but
and
see,
even when I'm gonna see people, I'm like, send me a calendar invite, and
I
it'll
put
say like lunch, 10 o'clock, the
that I
place,
love.
and the time.
I love an efficient calendar
Yeah.
invite, but if
Hmm.
I'm inputting it, like for example, I put something in the other day and I didn't realize you had to change the date. So I had everything on that same day and I was like, I have to go back through this damn calendar and
Yeah.
put it in on the right days. So
Hmm.
clearly I need a little more help with that.
You'll get it
So
together.
there you have it.
You
Yeah.
will.
Now, do you want to step into the salon?
Yeah, let's step into the salon. Why
Okay, let's
not?
go. Let's go. So, do you want to do it or you want me to do
Um,
it?
I can go ahead.
Okay.
It says, "Hi, honey and Carolina. Thank you so much for this podcast. My friend just told me about it, and I'm on episode 7 so far."
Shout out to your friend for putting you on.
Not sure if you've touched on it already, but I was wondering if you could talk about getting in touch with your roots and your Latin identity. This is something I've been processing lately. I feel
Mm,
like we have touched on this
yeah.
before, but I feel like it's something we can talk about
No, it's
once
ever
again.
evolving. Yeah.
I'm 26 years old and a second generation American. My grandma is from Nicaragua.
Woo!
Hey, Carolina.
Pimolera!
And my mom and I were born and raised in DC and Maryland.
Okay.
I speak a good amount of Spanish and I have been to Nicaragua a couple of times, but I
Mm-hmm.
still feel separated from my Latinidad. The DC area is so diverse that I'm not surrounded. The DC area is so diverse that I'm not surrounded by Latinos all the time, and my
Mm-hmm.
family is pretty Americanized at this point. When I'm in a group of Latinx people, I feel like I'm not enough. When
Mm,
I'm with non Latinos, I feel like I'm supposed to be the representative of a culture that I don't feel fully part of.
yeah.
It doesn't feel like I have a lot of examples of how to be because a lot of focus in the media has been on my mom's generation, kids of immigrants. I feel kind of forgotten. I know that's a lot to unpack, but what do I do? Where do I start? Thanks, Chantel Hernandez.
Well, Chantel, thank you so much for listening. I'm so glad you found our podcast. This makes me
Yes,
like so happy
it
that
makes
your
me
friend,
happy
yeah,
too.
and that you guys are sharing things with each other. Look, I think that's the first start,
Yeah, Life in Spanglish is a great place to start
and we've
as far
always
as finding
been
a little home for yourself.
correct. And the one thing that I pride this podcast on is that there are no judgments. I've listened to, and this is not to trash anybody's projects or anything, but like the one thing that I've always said is like you can find a place here because I have felt the exact same way that you have. I've always said there are times where I feel like I'm not Latina enough, and then I feel a huge weight of responsibility because I carry that. I
Hmm.
have the name. I am kind of a front person
There's an
as far as the
expectation.
industry goes. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. But, the thing where you say, like, where do I start? I think you already have started, and
Yeah.
I think that you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself to be something that you don't even know what it is. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? It's like you can find little pieces of culture like just in your area. There are Facebook groups. Funny enough, there are Facebook groups that link people together.
Oh yeah.
There's a Latina moms group in Long Island that gets together. They've invited me and they've asked me to do some things with them. Unfortunately, because of my timing, I haven't been able to do it. But I do know that there are different ways that you can connect just within your city right there.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think we are very hard on ourselves. I think that's just a part of our culture.
It is.
I think it's also the way that we're raised and our upbringing. So I can fully understand where you're coming from. But what I can tell you is you have to come to a place where you just accept who you are. This is your life
Hmm.
situation. For me, I'll be perfectly honest with you. On Long Island, there are not a lot of Latina women that I connect with. If anything, my link to the culture is through family alone. And honey, I
Hmm.
mean, seriously,
Yeah,
through
we
work.
are really connected when
Yeah.
it comes to being Latinas and
Hmm.
and existing in this space. But I do feel like I don't know if it's because I'm here in New York, but I feel
Hmm.
like there is a lot. Like I connect through restaurants, through art exhibits. My guy Tony Peralta, he is an artist and he focuses mostly on Latinos and Dominican women, and
Hmm.
he and I frequent a lot of different places. I went to on February 27th. It was like Dominican Independence Day,
Oh
and
yeah, I saw
and Dream
that.
Project had a whole gala and an
Yeah.
auction, and everything was concerning work that's being done in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
So I was able to attend it here, and it still connected me to my roots. Like the band that was playing was like a young band of like bachata singers and
Yeah.
instrument players from the Dominican
Well, did
Republic.
you ever hear them before that
No,
event?
they were
So there you
kids.
go. Then you
Yeah,
were exposed to
they were
it.
kids. So
Yeah.
it's like you can find your events. I just recently watched Gentified on Netflix, and
Okay.
it's a really dope show.
Okay.
It's our generation.
I
It's
gotta
kids.
check it out.
Yeah, it's kids that were born here,
Okay.
but it still touches on immigration, discrimination, gentrification. They're speaking in English. They're using social media. It's
Yeah.
like us. So it's like shows like Gentified, going to art exhibits, taking a trip down to New York. When it's the Nicaraguan Day Parade
Yeah.
coming here,
I don't know when that
connecting.
is though, by the way.
We
So
can
don't look at
Google
me
it.
for any answers, but
But
I'll look for it.
but I feel like DC
It's
is so
like,
close that it's like
yeah.
if she's not really finding, feeding her soul the way she needs to,
Yeah.
see when there's going to be a couple of Nicaraguan events going on down here and connect with those events.
You know what? You just touched on it, and I think that like the overwhelming or like the prevailing message is you got to do a little bit of work. You know what I
you
mean? Like
have
if you want
to.
it, you got to. It's not going to show up on your
It,
doorstep.
definitely not.
So you have to seek some of those things out. But I think that once you do and you find your space there, it's gonna fill a certain like hole. I will say this: I had never felt as connected to the culture when I lived in Ohio. When I moved to Arizona, and even though in Arizona there are a lot of Mexicans,
Yeah.
there are a lot of people who are not Nicaraguan, but like for me, I felt like I was seen, I was heard because there were other people
Mhm.
like me out
Yeah.
there, not in Ohio. So I think that was when my realization started, and then moving to Miami, that's when it
Oh
just
yeah, right there
expanded, and
alone, yeah,
you know,
you're gonna feel the vibe.
yeah,
And you know what's amazing about us, Chantel, that you don't. Gentified was about Mexican family.
mm-hmm.
I still felt connected.
A hundred
It
percent.
doesn't
No.
have to be about Nicaragua.
You can meet some Puerto Ricans in your
A
area.
hundred
You can
percent.
meet some Dominicans.
Mhm.
It's like, don't limit yourself to just Nicaragua, because I'll tell you, I've sought out places. There's one place in the Bronx that I told you about, Seis Vecinos, that like has Nicaraguan food.
Uh-huh.
Other than that, I can't really tell you if there are a lot of places in New York. There's not a big population of Nicaraguans here, or I haven't found
Yeah.
them yet. You know what I mean?
I feel like
So,
Chantel should definitely do a blog
yeah, in
concerning
DC.
concerning
That would be
Nicaragua. That'll be
fun.
dope. And you can
Yes.
expose us to Nicaraguan authors,
Or start an
singers,
account.
restaurants. Yeah, an
We'll
Instagram
follow
account.
you.
100%.
Absolutely. No,
What would
so
it be called? Like Nika Power or
I
something
don't
like
know.
that?
Well,
Or
Nicoya,
I don't know.
I love that. Well, the other thing too that I was gonna say is the fact that she's gone back to Nicaragua is so special.
It
And I will
is.
say this: my husband saw me when we went back, and he said, just even on the plane, he could see there's something so special and magical about that place that immediately when I put my foot on that soil, I feel like I'm home.
I was just gonna ask you that because it's weird. I was born and raised here,
Mhm.
but when I go back to Dominican Republic, I feel like no one is going to discriminate me, tell me go back where you came from, ask what my nationality
Yeah.
is. It just feels so comfortable.
But it's different because my sister does not feel that way.
When she goes to Nicaragua,
No, she does
really,
not. She doesn't feel like, I mean, she loves it.
she
She's
still feels like an
this is
outsider. She doesn't feel like that's where she belongs.
I don't think some people just don't have the connection,
Mhm.
and just like Chantel, she has other family members. Maybe they don't feel that yearning or that want to connect as much as you do,
Yeah.
so you gotta
This cold
find
don't
it
feel
on your
right to me,
own.
Carolina. When I go to Dominican Republic and it is hot and it is balmy and it is sunny, I
She's
am like,
tropical.
I am home.
She is
honey.
a tropical
I
girl. Well,
am.
hopefully we answered your question. Thank you so much for finding us. We appreciate it, Chantel, and you're always welcome to write back. Now, quickly before we go,
Mhm.
I do want to shout out Honey German. We're doing a seminar workshop
Yes,
that you posted.
I'm doing a free workshop. So here's my thing, Carolina. I've always felt like nothing that has happened for me was gonna happen for me. I was
Okay.
just, when they say like you came out the mud, like it was just I was a kid of immigrants.
Yeah,
It just was. So now anything I learn, I want to pass down.
it's amazing.
And I want to teach. And with Style Inspo, which I launched with Ashley Vera, I learned so much
Mhm.
from how to incorporate a business to how to request a taxpayer ID to how to seek vendors.
Well, there are people who have these wonderful ideas and they just
Yeah.
don't know where to start. And so
So
they don't have the resources. And this is something that they
and
can go to.
Exactly. So I'm gonna pick, just a small amount of women, hopefully young girls
Yeah.
who do want to start an online business, and I want to teach them every single thing I've learned.
That's
And
incredible.
I want to show them how to do it. and stay connected to them. That's something that's going to be important for me. I
Yeah.
don't want to just be like, okay, peace, good luck with your shit,
Fly, little birdies,
No,
fly.
I don't want that. I want them to still reach out to me via email
Mhm.
and ask a question like, "Hey, I'm stuck here at
Mhm.
trying to trademark my name," and I can
Right.
talk because I trademarked my name. I incorporated our business. I got our taxpayer ID, and some people might be intimidated by things like that.
Sure.
But as long as you take your time and you're thorough with what you're reading, you can do it too.
Well, how can they find you and how do they find out more information if you have a business that you've been wanting to start?
Well, on my Instagram, I posted all the information. So
Okay.
it'll tell you, who we're looking for, what's going to be taught at this workshop, and how you can submit your request for a seat.
Yes.
Because we are going to look at the emails. We're going to see who's requesting what and
Okay.
who's more deserving.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's like if you're unemployed and you need money, and right now starting an online business would get you out of this, maybe hole that you're in,
Yeah.
we're going to give you high priority.
Well, you got to follow Honey. It's
Yes.
I am Honey German on Instagram. That's where all the info is.
She's
But
on point.
girl, don't be falling like Oprah at this seminar, okay? Just like make sure that you got them heels on point.
Poor
You got-
Oprah.
Poor
I got barked
Oprah.
on
Poor
because I
Oprah.
felt bad that Oprah fell.
Are
But
you kidding me? I felt horrible. I'm making a joke right now, but that is the worst when you're she was in a freaking arena.
she's 66. That was my thing. I don't want 66-year-olds falling. And I know Oprah does a lot of
I
fuck
love
shit,
Oprah.
but
I love
didn't
my
want her to
Oprah.
fall anyway.
No, we need to protect her at all costs. Somebody get her some ice for that knee.
You
honey,
saw her picture?
okay?
Her leg
Yes.
is
I was
like-
oh my gosh, I was so concerned. But yes, no. So you guys can go to I am Honey German
Yes.
on social media. You can follow me at The Real Carolina if you want to see my picture with Harry Styles. I put that up there.
Okay.
Everybody's flocking to go see that right now. And no, you can always email us lifeinspanglishpodcast@gmail.com. We'll be back next week.
Yes, we will.
And we will have more content for you guys, more to give you. And also, are we going to figure out a schedule
For what?
for, like upcoming for the thing that we were working on? For
Oh,
the
yes.
thing,
Yes,
that
the
thing,
thing, that thing. Carolina wants to meet you in person.
I really do.
guys.
I'm
she
pushing
really
for
does.
it,
She
so-
want to touch the people.
I do. I want to reach out and touch someone, but not if they have corona. Okay, calm down.
Please,
calm down.
please. Can we
Ime.
not? Can we not?
No, I-